What is your position on the monument?
Well, the monument, if anybody's been out to Greenview Cemetery, I think the monument's in a very nice spot where it is, and that's exactly where it should be left. It's a controversy that's been behind us. We should keep it behind us, and we should focus more on issues on the front. But I would strongly recommend that everybody here who has a thought about the monument, please go to Greenview Cemetery and take a look of where it now is situated, and ask yourself, is this the place where a descendant of somebody who that is a memorial for can have quiet reflection about their ancestors' courage? And you would have to answer that question with a resounding yes.
I think the city has already resolved and voted on that matter and have put it to rest, and we need to let it stay where it is, rest, and move on. This is a beautiful city. We don't have time to be nitpicking over petty nonsense that has already been ruled and moved on. I think we need to focus on other things like bringing in jobs.
Let me just tell you, give you a quick story of really what happened. When the monument was toppled over, Miss Elaine Ezell came to our city manager, and she said, once it was proven that we did not own the monument, and they owned it, she wanted it put back. But she wanted the land deeded to the United Daughters of Confederacy. Well, you can't deed a right-of-way to any person. So she said, well, if we can't do that, where can we put it? And our city manager says, we've already got a place out at Greenview Cemetery that is already deeded to the UDC. And so she said, fine, that's what I want.
I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of our youth over the past 30 years. I watched them come and go. I watched a lot of them be very successful, and I watched a lot of them fall by the wayside. How we got caught up into this issue of the monument is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. That something like that would bog our city down when we really have real issues. I applaud the city council for the way they handled that issue. I think they went through protocol. They handled it properly. They had the public hearings, and now it's in the hands of the Court of Appeals. And so, you know, we're waiting to hear that decision, but I like the way they handle it.
I have a little bit different view on that. I think the monument needs to be restored to Uptown Reidsville, where it stood unchallenged for over 100 years. I think you can look, if you look hard enough, you can find somebody in the United States as opposed to any monument. This is a monument that stands in memory of the ones that were lost in the Confederacy. The USS Arizona stands for the people that were lost in World War II. But I think if we looked hard enough, we could find people in the United States that reminds them of Hiroshima or Nagasaki.
I've been living in Reidsville all my life. I never paid that much attention to the monument. It didn't mean a thing to George Ruck, I'm telling you. Now, all of them down in Glendale and Roanoke Street, if we wanted the monument down years ago, we would have took it down. Now, that's just the truth. But the way I see it is down, let it stay down, but please take that Christmas tree down. Thank you.